Good evening, guys. This is illustration number 13. I am having old study material, but the question and the figures are same. So therefore, it is given here illustration number 17, but it is illustration number 13 as per the new study material. Now let's see what is the question. So the profit for the year of RJ Limited works out to 12.5% of the capital employed, and the relevant figures are as under. Okay. So sales is given to us direct material, labor, overheads, variable overheads, is given to us. Apart from this, capital employed is 4 lakh rupees, and it says that the profit for the year is 12.5% of the capital employed. So capital employed is 4 lakh rupees. Let me just write down here 4 lakh rupees, and 12.5% of this 4 lakh rupees is our profit for this year, which is 50,000. Okay. Sir, we already know that, sir, how we can derive this 50,000. So this is easy. Sir, all the relevant data is given to us. So here it says that, sir, the sales is 50,000, right? Okay. Let me just write down here. So sales is 50,000 and material cost. Let's reduce this direct material cost, which is 2.5 lakh. I'm sorry, this is 5 lakh rupees. Okay, this is 5 lakh rupees. 2.5 lakh is our material cost, and labor cost is how much? Labor cost is 1 lakh rupees. So 1 lakh is our labor cost, and variable overhead we have to reduce. So variable overhead is how much? 40,000. So 40,000 is our variable cost, variable overhead. And 5 lakh minus 2.5 is 2.5, and minus 1 is 1.5. 1.5 minus 40 is 110. Okay, so this is our contribution. And in the question it was given that, sir, the profit is 50,000 for that year. This simply means that, sir, how much is our fixed cost? Profit is 50,000. All right, that means, sir, 60,000 is our fixed cost. Simple. Exactly, sir. This is our profit, operating profit. All right, sir. Now, sir, what's the big deal in this question? Sir, in this question it says that, sir, the new sales manager who has joined the company recently estimates for the next year a profit of about 23% on capital employed. All right. Sir, provided the volume of sales is increased by 10%. So volume of sales has to be increased by 10% in order to get a profit of 23% on capital employed as per our new sales manager. And simultaneously the manager says that there is an increase in selling price of 4% and an overall cost reduction in all the elements of cost by 2%, sir. Okay. Now, sir, what's the requirement of this question? Find out by computing in detail the cost and profit for the next year whether the proposal of sales manager can be adopted. So we have to evaluate the proposal of sales manager. How can we do so? Let's just go one by one. First of all, let's increase the volume of sales. Okay, sir. First of all, simply understand this thing that, sir, if in this question sales is 5 lakh rupees, and if we think that, sir, the selling price, let me just say that, sir, the selling price is 10 rupees, and we were selling 50,000 units, and as per this our sales is 5 lakh rupees. This is just I'm trying to make you understand. So 50,000 units. If you increase the volume 50,000 units plus we are increasing the volume of the sales by 10%, then this means 55,000 units, and each unit is of 10 rupees, and we are having a sales of 5,50,000 units. 5 lakh sales is our existing sale, plus how much? 10%. This is also 5,50,000. So we can say that, sir, if we increase in quantity or if we increase the sales, the figure we will get the same. So here our new sales will be of 5,50,000, right? So this is our existing scenario. This is our existing scenario. This is our new scenario in which we are increasing sales, right? So increase in sales by 10%. We are increasing the volume of sales by 10%. Now the new sales amounts to 5,50,000. All right. Now simultaneously there is an increasing selling price by 4%. Okay, but wait, we will increase the selling price also, but uh, let me just take you to this thing. That's what about the material cost? If the volume of sales has been increased by 5,000 units, if we are relying on that hypothetical scenario of mine, then this means that our variable cost will also increase, na? Direct material cost. So direct, if the sale, if the sales have been increased by 10%, then material labor overheads will also get increased, right? And by the same proportionate percentage, which is 10%. So earlier we were having 2,50,000 as our material cost. This material cost will be risen by 10%, and we will get a material cost of how much? 2,50,000 plus 10%, and this amounts to 2,75,000. This is our material cost less labor. What about labor? This also will increase by 10%. So 1 lakh was earlier, so we are having a new amount of 1,10,000. What about variable overhead? This we also have to reduce. VCS stands for variable overheads, variable cost or variable overheads. Now variable overheads earlier were of 40,000, new were of 44,000, because in every element which are directly associated by volume, we have to increase the cost also, right? Okay. Now let's see. That's what about fixed cost? Fixed cost will not increase, right? As per the volume. Then that means this is our contribution. Now let's find out the new country. So 5,50,550 minus 275. So 275 minus what? 110 again. Then minus 44. Is it so? Right. 44. Then this means we are getting here 1,21,000 as our new contribution. Sir, what about fixed cost? Fixed cost will remain same, which is of 60,000. So 1,21,000 less 60,000, 121 less 60,000, we are getting 61,000 as our new profit, right? This is our operating profit. But sir, let me just take you to again to the question. It says that, sir, and there is an increase in selling price by 4% and an overall cost reduction in all the elements of cost by 2%. Okay, we will take up this thing now. That's the selling price will increase by 4%. Okay, so in our example, if the selling price was of 10 rupees, 4% if increase is there, then 10.4 is the new selling price. Okay, so 10.4 multiplied by 55,000, because earlier 50,000 were of the sales and 10% increase in volume, that means 55,000. This means 5,72,000. And if you look in this way, that's a 5,50,000 plus how much? 4%, because 4% in selling price increase, 5,72,000. This means same. So sir, now increase sales by 4%, right? Increase selling price by 4%, selling price by 4%, and uh, reduce elements of cost by how much? By how much? By how much? By, I think, 2%. Okay, by 2%. Now let's see. The new sales will be of 5,72,000. What about material cost? Sir, all the costs shall be reduced by how much? 2%. So earlier we were having 2,75,000. Okay, now less 2%. Why this 2% is there? Because sir, there is a concept of uh, there is a concept of economies of scale. Okay, as we increase our production, as we increase our uh, time, as we give our time to a specific thing in continuity, then we will accrue some experience, or we will have some we will have some experience, right? Okay, so that's why this cost, we think that's why this is now decreasing as our volume has been increased. So the material cost now will be of 2,69,500, 2,69,500. Now, sir, what about labor? Labor cost will also be reduced, 1,10,000. So 1,10,000 less 2%. This means 1,07,800. So 1,07,800. Now, what about variable overhead? Variable overhead was of 44,000. Now let's reduce this 44,000 also by 2%. This will be 43 and 120. Now let's see that's this is our contribution. This is our contribution, guys. 5,72,000. We will reduce these three. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. 5,72,000 minus 2,69,500 minus 1,07,800 minus 43,120. This is 151, 151,580, 151,580. Now let's reduce fixed cost. Now listen. So in this question, it has said that, sir, in all the elements of cost by 2%, then that means the fixed cost will also be reduced, will also get reduced. So earlier fixed cost was of 60,000. Now let's reduce 2% from it. So it will be 58,800. Okay. Now let's see how much is our new operating profit. 1,57,580. 580. Okay. Now 98780. This is our new profit, right? So we have worked out as per the new manager's decision, new manager's proposal. Now let's see. Now here is our profit. So if this is our new profit, now let's calculate that how much is this with respect to our capital employed, right? This is 100. So if we do the calculations, respective calculation, then we will see that this is 20. I'm sorry, this shall not be more than 23%. How it is 24%? 98780. Okay. Okay. Divided by how much is our capital employed? The capital employed is 4 lakh rupees. We are dividing this by 4 lakh rupees, and ultimately we are getting a figure 24.695. Okay. 24.695. 157. I'm sorry, I think this is not okay. 151. 151. 580. 151,580 minus 58800. This is 92,780, and if we divide it by 4 lakh, we will get this much. Okay, 92,780. This is not 98. This is 92,780. This is 151. Earlier I have taken 157. That's why we were arriving at the wrong rate. Now this would be our rate, 23.195. As we can see that, sir, this is more than the percentage given by the new sales manager. So accordingly, sir, this proposal will be shall be accepted by the management of the RJ Limited, as we are getting a increased profit, and the new sales manager proposal is valid, rightly valid. Okay, thank you.